back of the field, Travis Dan, son of Tim Dan, out of Hartford, South Dakota. So good to see Travis out here on the track, giving the Sportsman class a try here at the Rapid Speedway.
Tim Dan, a heck of a race car builder, too. So if he has any kind of touch on that car, you know it's going to be good. And that kid should learn in a hurry.
All right, ladies and gents, here we go. Wherever you are, wherever you may be, green flag is in the air for the 2020 racing season. '94 machine of Tyler Bradley off to the early race lead. Up on the top side comes Brian Crone in the white 14 machine. Bill Crone in the 14 2.0. Right to the outside of Bradley as well. They're running 1 and 2. Here comes Marnie DeBoer. The ladies want to play too. The 50M machine of Marnie DeBoer making her way up to the third position. 1 lap in here tonight at the Rapid Speedway. One and only heat race for the Sportsman class, presented by Lem's Auto Recyclers. Oh, Sproke getting squirrely at turn number 2. Contact with Sneller as Sproke hit sideways in turn number 2. Sneller had nowhere to go. Ran into the side of him. Looks like Sproke is able to get that 99 turned around, and we are going to stay under green flag conditions. So staying under the green as Brian Crone leads Bill Crone, running 1 and 2 right around the lap 99, or putting a lap on the 99 of Dylan Sproke. 14 machine of Brian Crone, the 14 2.0 of Bill Crone, running 1 and 2 here in heat race number 1 for the Lem's Auto Recyclers Sportsman's class. That gold and purple machine, that's the 50M of Marnie DeBoer. Right behind her, the 94 of Tyler Bradley. Her top 4 on the field. Lem's Auto Recyclers Sportsman's class, our first heat race of the 2020 season here at the Rapid Speedway. 2 laps to go, and it's Brian Crone with the lead on Bill Crone. The Crones have run 1 and 2 here at the Rapid Speedway pretty consistently over the last season or so. And it looks like more of the same here in heat race action tonight. The 14 machine of Brian Crone, the white 14, the 14 2.0. That would be the black one of Bill Crone as the white flag comes out. Off in between turns 1 and 2, off of the exit of 2, it's Brian Crone leading Bill Crone. Marnie DeBoer all by her lonesome in that third spot. Tyler Bradley all alone in 4th position. We'll see if Bill wants to make a move here in turn number 4. He will set back, and the 14 of Brian Crone, your first heat race winner of the season.
Checkers fly over the heat race here in our Lem's Auto Recycler Sportsman's. Brian Crone taking the heat race win. Bill Crone coming home in 2nd. Marnie DeBoer coming home in that 3rd spot. Leon Sneller in 4th, and Travis Dan round out your top 5. There's a look at your heat race winner, Brian Crone, your defending champion, and taking up right where he left off in that Cooperative Energy number 14 car. It is Tyler Glinke. Inside of your 4th and final row out of Rushmore, Minnesota, the 22E, that is Eric Gall. And outside him out of Sioux Falls, the 61N, it is Nick Brady. 8 laps the distance. Top 4 make the A feature.
Heat race number 1 of 4 for the USRA Hobby Stocks. Head flagman Cody Johnson gives them the sign. The green is in the air, and we are underway. First of 4 heat races for the USRA Hobby Stocks here tonight at the Rapid Speedway. Top 4 will advance to tonight's A feature. Has taken the early lead in this one. It is the 31D machine of Dawson DeBoer getting up high. Dustin Gulbranson will look underneath, and Gulbranson will settle in behind DeBoer. DeBoer and Gulbranson 1 and 2. Kelderman running 3rd. The 4th and final transfer spot presently to the 88 of Chad Koiker in that white and green 88 machine. But the 22E of Eric Gall, he is coming. Eric Gall in that 5th spot looking to take 4th away from Koiker. Gulbranson looking for a piece of the lead. Not going to happen. Dawson DeBoer able to slam the door coming off of turn number 4 here at race number 1 of 4 for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Siemens McGraphics of Sanborn, Iowa. Down the backstretch, Dawson DeBoer in that silver 31D machine, holding off the 6 of Dustin Gulbranson as they come off of 4. Gulbranson's starting to get a little bit of traction down there on the low side. DeBoer will hold on to the race lead for the time being with Gulbranson in the hunt. Corey Kelderman all by his lonesome presently in that 3rd spot, and the race for 4th heating up. That 4th and final transfer spot, Eric Gall looking to the inside of Chad Koiker. Dawson DeBoer, your race leader, will continue to lead as Gall gets squarely in the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Nearly gives up a position to Brian Clausen, and he will, as Clausen and Brady will split the difference and get around Eric Gall in turns 1 and 2. Now Clausen gets to the top side of Gall. Off the exit of 2, Brady will fall back in the 61N. The 31D of Dawson DeBoer, your race leader. He's led the whole way so far here in heat race number 1 of 4 for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebasma Graphics of Sanborn, Iowa. Brian Clausen looking for that 4th and final transfer spot to the inside of Chad Koiker. Koiker able to speed away down the backstretch in that white and green 88 machine. But they've got a good battle shaping up for that 4th and final transfer spot into tonight's A-Main. It's turned into a 4-car battle as Chad Koiker looking to hold off a pack of wild dogs. Eric Gall gets off the track in the 22E machine. Gall off the top of turns 1 and 2. We'll see if he can make it back around as the white flag will come out this time by Dawson DeBoer with his back bumper occupied by Dustin Gulbranson. Nick Brady goes around, and Brian Clausen off the track in turn 4. Brady's back around and going. Clausen will stop at the top of turn 4, and the caution will come out. So Dawson DeBoer holding off Dustin Gulbranson up front. Meanwhile, from 4th on back, it was a battle for that 4th and final transfer spot.
Caution flag comes out, right front tire down on the Bryant Clausen 14K there in that corner service 14K out of Adrian, Minnesota. He'll make his way to the infield for this heat race. Look at that replay right there. Brian Clausen entering turn number 3, and the right front tire just went down, and you saw him shoot up the racetrack and come off of the corner. Nick Brady behind him spinning to try and avoid. Green-white checkered finish here in heat race number 1 in your Sebasma Graphics Hobby Stocks.
Well, right away we're looking to see if DeBoer can hold off Gulbranson, but Chad Koiker, he'll have his hands full with Nick Brady for that 4th and final transfer spot to tonight's A-Main as well. Green is back in the air. Green-white checkered finish here in Hobby Stock heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 of 4 for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebasma Graphics of Sanborn, Iowa. Dawson DeBoer, your race leader. Dustin Gulbranson, Corey Kelderman, and Chad Koiker. The 61N of Nick Brady, the red, white, and blue 61N on the outside looking in, getting a run on the bottom side of the track. As we come to the white flag, Dawson DeBoer still your race leader. Chad Koiker still holding on to that 4th spot. Koiker will go through the middle of turns 1 and 2. Nick Brady all over his back bumper. We'll see if the birthday boy can get it done for that 4th and final transfer spot. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, coming off of turn number 4, your heat race winner, the 31D of Dawson DeBoer.
Checkers fly on heat race number 1. Dawson DeBoer taking home that heat race win. Dustin Gulbranson behind him. Corey Kelderman in 3rd. And at the line, Chad Koiker managing to hold off Nick Brady for that 4th and final transfer into tonight's A feature. And outside of him, out of Marshall, Minnesota, the 17 car, it is Jaden Gannott. 8 laps the distance. The top 4 cars make tonight's A feature.
All right, here we go. Heat race number 2 of 4 for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebasma Graphics of Sanborn, Iowa. Tracy Aluska, Levi Vanderweide up front on row number 1 as the green is in the air, and we are racing in heat race number 2 of 4 for the USRA Hobby Stocks. Levi Vanderweide off to the early race lead in that white number 8 machine, or pardon me, the blue number 8 machine. The 86 of Tracy Aluska running in 2nd. Doug Brinkhouse up to that 3rd spot in the white 43. The 11T of Todd Ewell presently in the 4th and final transfer spot. Scotty Two Hotties going for a ride. Off the top of turn number 3, Scotty DeYoung goes over a barrel roll off the top of turn number 3, and we'll wait to see how the S2H is doing. We do see the window net down. That is good, and it looks like he just pulled the steering wheel off as well, so that's great to see on the cameras.
He went into turn number 1, and that car shot up the raceway and slid sideways as it went off of the top of turn number 3, and it barrel rolled into the backstretch there. You see the smoke coming off that car. Safety crews are there. Little Rock Fire Department, Lyon County Ambulance on the way. Red flag over the raceway for the S2H of Scotty DeYoung.
Right, off the top side of turn number 3.
Let's see here at the top side. You saw him go off the raceway. There he goes up and over. We'll rewind it back here for you. Look towards the back of the pack there. He just shoots straight up of turn number 3 there. Off the raceway, the car turns sideways and goes into a barrel roll. You'll see the dirt fly and some of the pieces of that race car. Main camera was on that battle for 3rd place right now, but yeah, you can see that car tipping over there off of turn number 3.
Yeah, it was most certainly a wild ride for Scotty DeYoung in the S2H machine, but we did get confirmation that he's good, right, Joel?
Yeah, we have been told by Raceway officials that Scotty DeYoung is okay. He is out of the car and doing just fine.
Jaden Gannott, a newcomer out of Marshall, Minnesota to the Rapid Speedway. We'll look forward to seeing what that 17 machine at the back of the pack has for us here tonight. In the USRA Hobby Stocks heat race number 2 of 4, and we're back under green. Tracy Aluska will lead the pack off into turn number 1. Aluska in the 86 machine, and here comes Fitzpatrick looking for that second spot to the inside of Vander Whitey. Vander Whitey still too quick in the number 8 machine. Levi Vander Whitey in second spot. Logan Fitzpatrick running in third. Your top 3 on the track coming down to complete lap number 1. Aluska, Vander Whitey, and Fitzpatrick running 1, 2, and 3. Doug Brinkhouse in fourth, but he's got company. Dylan Vanetop coming in the black and gold 81. The 11T of Todd Ewell and Gannott at the back of the pack. Here in heat race number 2 of 4 for the USRA Hobby Stocks. You see that battle from third on back. Doug Brinkhouse in the white 43. The 81 machine of Dylan Vanetop and the 11T of Todd Ewell as they make their way off into turn number 1. The 43 of Brinkhouse presently running in third position. That black and gold 81 of Dylan Vanetop, the 4th and final transfer spot into tonight's A feature for the USRA Hobby Stocks. We've got 30 Hobby Stocks on hand here tonight at the Rapid Speedway. And Tracy Aluska slows at the front of the field as Levi Vander Whitey takes over the race lead. That will move Logan Fitzpatrick up to second. It looks like Aluska is going to pull in, and everybody will gain a position. As Brinkhouse moves up to third, Vanetop in the 4th spot. Tracy Aluska pulls in. Levi Vander Whitey, your race leader, with Logan Fitzpatrick running in second spot. Doug Brinkhouse running in third. Dylan Vanetop 4th, and Todd Ewell in the 5th spot on the outside looking in. Here comes Ewell to the inside in the 11T. Todd Ewell in the blue and white 11T looking to make it stick down low. Couldn't quite do so. Dylan Vanetop still too strong in the black and gold 81 machine. Dylan Vanetop holding on to the 4th and final transfer spot. Gets squirrely in turn 2. Todd Ewell will make it to the inside of Vanetop, and they collide. Contact on the backstretch. They're both back up on the track. Check that. Vanetop is on the track. Ewell is still yet to get back on the track. Now Ewell will get back on the track, but Vanetop jumps back in to that 4th spot. Levi Vander Whitey, your race leader in the number 8, coming off of the exit of turn number 4. Logan Fitzpatrick right behind him as a white flag will fly. Doug Brinkhouse all by his lonesome in that 3rd spot, and Dylan Vanetop in the black and gold 81 machine running in the 4th and final transfer position. The 11T of Todd Ewell after that contact with Vanetop back in 5th. Your heat race winner coming off of turn number 4, the number 8 machine of Levi Vander Whitey.
As the checkers fly over heat race number 2, Levi Vander Whitey with that heat race win. Logan Fitzpatrick coming home in that 2nd position. Doug Brinkhouse in 3rd. And Dylan Vanetop takes home that 4th and final transfer into tonight's A main. Heat race number 3 going to make its way to the raceway next. Starting on the pole position out of Rowena, South Dakota. Driver of the number 18K car, that is Landon Crone.
At 35K of Brady Clausen come from the back of the pack. See if he can make it into the top 4 to transfer to tonight's A main for the Sebas McGraphics USRA Hobby Stocks.
Man, how good was the point battle last year with Brady Clausen and Dustin Galbranson, and here they go.
Green flag is out, a little slow going, but everybody under full power, and Landon Crone will jump to the early race lead in the 18K machine out of Rowena, South Dakota. 13X of Alex Wiertzma of Little Rock, Iowa, running in that second spot. Michael Weidert in third position, and a battle for fourth shaping up. Right now, presently, the fourth spot held by Aaron Stetniks, with Brady Clausen already knocking on the door for that fourth and final transfer spot. Landon Crone, your race leader. Alex Wiertzma in second spot in the 13X. Michael Weidert in that pink and white 22, running in third position. The 14 of Aaron Stetniks, your fourth and final transfer position. Alex Wiertzma looking for a piece of the lead, heading off into turn number one. The black and gold 13X getting to the inside of the 18K of Landon Crone, but Crone still too strong, way up high on the backstretch. Crone nearly got a little squirrely. We'll see if Wiertzma can take advantage of that through the middle of 3 and 4 into turn number 4 and off of 4. Landon Crone hanging on to the race lead. Crone and Wiertzma, followed by Weidert, Stetniks, and Clausen. Aaron Stetniks in the black 14, your fourth and final transfer spot. Here comes Brady Clausen down low in the 35K. But Stetniks able to make it work and hold on to that fourth and final transfer spot for the time being. Brady Clausen might have found a little something on the low side. Still some tough sledding there for the 35K, but still has some laps to work on him. Aaron Stetniks going to have his hands full here to close out heat race number 3 of 4 tonight for the USRA Hobby Stocks. Hobby Stock leaders getting into some lap traffic. The 18K of Landon Crone still your race leader. The 13X of Alex Wiertzma, as they put down the 2-star of Dustin Schultz, put him a lap down. Crone and Wiertzma checked out from the rest of the pack. They're running 1 and 2. Brady Clausen slips up a little bit in fifth spot, nearly made contact with that 2-star machine of Dustin Schultz on the backstretch. That might take Clausen out of the equation with 2 laps remaining. We'll see if Brady Clausen can make a run here. Landon Crone nearly collision with Alex Wiertzma as Wiertzma got after him in turn number 2, but then had to check up. Crone and Wiertzma running 1 and 2. Weidert third, Stetniks fourth, Clausen fifth. White flag is out for Landon Crone, the 18K machine. Landon Crone and Alex Wiertzma running 1 and 2. Michael Weidert in the pink and white 22W. The 14 of Aaron Stetniks in the fourth and final transfer spot for the time being. Off into turn number 3. Your race leader, Landon Crone. Alex Wiertzma going to dip that 13X way down low. Coming off of turn number 4, it's going to be the 18K of Landon Crone.
Heat race number 3 goes to the driver out of Rowena, South Dakota, the 18K of Landon Crone. Alex Wiertzma comes home in the second spot. Third place goes to Michael Weidert, and that fourth and final transfer to Aaron Stetniks in the 14S car. 13X Alex Wiertzma, we found out Jay Kelly earlier this week. Him and his wife announced they're going to have a baby this year, so congratulations to Alex and Taya on the announcements of their pregnancy. So big congratulations to them, and making his way into the A main. Inside of row number 2 out of Sioux Falls, driver of the S1X, that is Rick Vanderweide. And outside of him, out of Worthing, South Dakota, the 23 of Marty Haluska. Third row to the inside out of Sioux Falls, the 0 of Jason Bradley. Outside of him, the X Factor of Tyler Schlumbum. And out of Rock Rapids at the tail of the field, the 19, it is Brandon Jurens.
Green flag is out. Fourth and final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebas McGraphics of Sanborn, Iowa. The X of Tyler Schlumbum will jump out to the early race lead. Vanderweide got a little squirrely in the middle of the pack there, and coming out through the top side is going to be, I believe that's going to be the 20 machine of Travis Christensen. Yes, moving up into that second spot. The X of Tyler Schlumbum, the 20 of Travis Christensen, the S1X of Rick Vanderweide. And the fourth and final transfer spot right now presently held by Marty Haluska of Worthing, South Dakota. On the outside looking in is the 0 of Jason Bradley, and at the back of the pack, the 19 machine of Brandon Jurens. The X of Tyler Schlumbum, your race leader, checking out from the rest of the pack, but these 3-car battle for second, third, and fourth. Right now it is Christensen at second spot with Vanderweide running in third, Haluska in fourth. Marty Haluska in that gold number 23 machine. You see the red and black S1X of Rick Vanderweide and the red and black number 20 of Travis Christensen. Christensen in second spot. Vanderweide running in third, Haluska in fourth, as Jason Bradley will pull off the track and retire from the heat race. top 4 have separated themselves from the 19 of Brandon Jurin. Still plenty of time left in this heat race, though, for something to happen. As Tyler Schlumbum checks out from the rest of the pack with the X machine, he is your race leader. That second, third, and fourth battle, exiting turn number 2, heading down the backstretch. Travis Christensen in the number 20 machine, the S1X of Rick Vanderweide, and the 23 of Marty Haluska, running second, third, and fourth, respectively. Haluska looking for that fourth position to the inside of Vanderweide. Looking for the third position, I should say. And Vanderweide still too quick. Travis Christensen holding on to second spot. And your race leader entering turn number 4, the X of Tyler Schlumbum, with 2 laps to go this time by. Tyler Schlumbum, your race leader. Travis Christensen at second spot. Rick Vanderweide running in third. Marty Haluska fourth. Haluska will look to the inside of Vanderweide once again for that third position. Vanderweide getting through turns 1 and 2 way too smooth. White flag going to come out this time by for the X machine of Tyler Schlumbum. Tyler Schlumbum, your race leader. The 20 of Travis Christensen running in second spot. Rick Vanderweide in the S1X machine running in third position. Marty Haluska putting the pressure on, looking topside. Haluska in that fourth and final transfer spot. Something major would need to happen here. Checkers fly this time by for the X of Tyler Schlumbum.
Fourth and final heat race goes to the X Factor of Tyler Schlumbum. Tyler, a 2018 track champion here in the hobby stock class, picking up the heat race win. Travis Christensen in second, Rick Vanderweide in third, and Marty Haluska, the fourth and final transfer into tonight's A main.